up 6'3", number 1, Reggie Jackson. Starts at power forward, standing 6'8", number 8, Marcus Morris Sr. At center, 7 foot, number 40, Ivica Zubac. At guard, 6'8", number 13, Paul George. At forward, 6'7", number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard was recognized as one of the NBA's 75 greatest. Coach Ty Lue says to go from being a 15th pick to that means a lot. It's a tribute to his hard work and dedication. And Leonard credits that work ethic to his dad. He says, "I try to play as hard as I can each night. That's what my father wanted me to do." Kevin?
What a worker Kawhi is. Terrific player. And a great story, David. Thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. DeAnthony Melton out there with Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Harden outside. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Now, here's Melton. After the miss from Reggie Jackson. Harden finds Harris. And here's Embiid. Zubac defending. Jackson looking around. George double teamed. Launches it. Rebound by the 76ers.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Harden outside. Passes it to Tucker. Harris against Leonard. Puts it up from 12. 80 that time from Leonard. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year. From deep, George. It's hauled in by Harris. Here's Philadelphia.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And the rejection by Embiid. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. George up top. He's guarded by Melton. Harden against Jackson. 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. And now Philadelphia on the break. Harris right side. Harden outside. He kicks it to Tucker. Here's Melton. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
You knew something had to go in at some point now. Maybe the start of better things ahead. They certainly hope so.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
All right, everyone. Let's give a big hand for your Clippers Breakers.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Mann comes in for Marcus Morris. Powell, he's checked in for George. And John Wall subbed in for Jackson. Now, here's Wall. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's the pass to Mann. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Milton. Good on the shot.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Pass to Leonard. Fades and shoots. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers on top, up by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Fans, your Clippers, you
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Clippers trail by 4. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Wall and Powell are the guard set. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Now, here's Milton. Last time out, he had 14 points. Harris up top, covered by Morris. Embiid sets the pick for Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
P.J. Tucker.
Here's Harden. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Passes it to Embiid. There's the dish to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball.
2 minutes remain in the first half.
And Embiid throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here's Zubac. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And there it is for him. One thing that can be entertaining at this point of every season is how unexpected rivalries, Greg, begin to develop.
Yeah, teams that might not be traditional rivals have a few heated games early on, and now their matchups become must-see TV. Happens every season.
Here's Milton after the made shot from Norman Powell. Harris finds Tucker. Count it. Tucker's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the 76ers.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter. They're really cooking now. Actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is.
Al Harden following the three-point attempt by John Wall. The pass to Embiid. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injuries.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane.
And Embiid drops them both.
Hey, there's no denying the direction in Philly. They want to win now. The Sixers have an attitude coming from their front office that they want to get it done now, and I like seeing that.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
2 shots.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
George Niang, he's checked in for the 76ers. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Out to the right wing. Fires from deep. And the 76ers get it back.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Batum screen on Harris. Here's Leonard. And the shot no good, a bit short. The 76ers leading by 8. Wilton the pass to Harris. For the 3. And he gets it back. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Philadelphia in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. On a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With Sixers coach Doc Rivers. Doc, you've got to be pleased with the play of Joel Embiid so far.
He's playing great. He's attacking early. He's making the right decisions. But overall, as a team, nothing's quick. Everything's slow, and maybe it's their pressure, but we have to do something about it.
We'll see if that adjustment gets made, Doc. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details of things working out so far for the Philadelphia 76ers.
They're scoring the ball with consistency, good shot selection, and patience running their offense.
Making the most of their opportunities. If you're the coach, that's all you can ask for.
And we've got the playoff picture starting to come into focus now. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on them. Oh, sorry about that. They have the talent to kick it into high gear and right down the stretch.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. But when they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the combine.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Harden out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Harris in at the small forward.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here is Harden. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Harden on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Harden, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Pass to Leonard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And the Clippers making a change here. Wall's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. House is checked in. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Morris with the screen for Leonard from 11 feet away. And Morris throws it down.
And you can see Morris on the roll. A well-coordinated athlete, no trouble converting there.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And here is Los Angeles now. 76ers getting the bucket. Leonard finds Zubac. Good D by Embiid.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Melton against George. And here's Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from three-point range. Outside Leonard from past the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. House the pass to Harden. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
The 76ers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane.
But just a tad
One
worse,
shot.
so not too bad.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Kennard. Covington inside the line, and he hits the jumper for two. Covington's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, that's Covington's game now. He's really thinking shot before he catches it.
Harrell, a screen on Covington.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in a shooting guard. Now here's Kennard. Following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. Now Jackson. Over Milton. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Harris. Picked by Harrell. The tray. That one's not going to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And stolen by Harris. Here's Korkmaz. And that one, good. Korkmaz has got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Clippers USC.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Joel Embiid.
A no-brainer choice here. I mean, given how incredible he's played, just decimated the defense and did whatever he wanted to. No doubt in anybody's mind that this award was going to him.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Powell in for Terrence Mann. Count it. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now, here is Morris. And the rejection by Harrell.
Hey, this was exactly the kind of game Coach wanted to see from them. High effort, great play at both ends, gets the win for Philadelphia.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Joel Embiid.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Now here's Jackson, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 15-footer, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Powell.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Milton with it. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. James, terrific road win. I would imagine you're feeling pretty good about how y'all played tonight.
They're a really good team, so we wanted to come here and just battle, and we finally get in the groove. We got to just pick it up on the way, and one thing we're going to rely on is our defense. So, tonight is another great effort, and we just got to keep it going from here.
Battle. Sounds like a winning formula. Congrats, man. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.